Hi everybody, welcome to another exciting stream on Bowtie Gaming 14. It's time for more Pokemon Legends ZA. Last time we got just right up until the final boss. This time, final boss and post-game. So since I showed this cutscene off, well actually it may force me to watch it again. I'll just kind of skip through the dialogue since we saw it at the end of the last session. Alright, now final boss time. Go, big-ass gator, to save the world! You must work with your Pokemon to attack and create an opening. Flower retreated underground. Your attacks must be working. Alright, Zygarde's up. Thanks for the raid. Welcome to the final boss of Pokemon Legends ZA. If you do not want to be spoiled by the final boss, this is your warning. Zygarde be able to protect you, it seems. Yeah, I'm calling BS on that game. Yeah, you're just like, welcome to the final boss of a video game. Okay, thank goodness there's checkpoints, because I'm like, that took me like 5 to 10 minutes just to get past phase 1. Because it's like 2 or 3 hits and you're dead. Keep your guard up, the tower's not done yet. Yeah, hope your stream went well. Currently trying to not die from a giant plant. Oh no! It's always so demoralizing when you're just like, I can't beat this final boss. Like, I really want to, but I can't. I know that happened with one of the Metroidvania games. I think it was Portrait of Ruin. It's just, I would have had to have leveled up so much to be able to beat that final boss. It just wasn't possible at my level. Oh, okay, gotcha. Kick its ass, big-ass gator. Well... It's time using Light of Ruin. Take cover! Jeez, it just insta-killed my Pokemon. Just insta-killed 2 Pokemon. Yeah, definitely bring a healthy supply of healing items and revival items when you do this final boss. My gosh. Plus just the fights leading up to it with all the Mega Evolved Pokemon, it's nuts. Seriously, Big Ass Gator has died like 3 times in the last, like, minute. Finally. Thank goodness for Zygarde. Go, Zygarde! Thousand arrows, lands wrath, and a third thousand wraths. Jeez. Can't definitely use long-range attacks for now. Alright, one down, one to go. Go, Zygarde! Core Enforcer! Pew! Is a Zygarde's the GOAT! You put an end to Angie Floette's rampage. Yeah, welcome into We Just Killed the Final Boss. The tower, Angie or whatever it's called, is stopped. It seems you and Zygarde managed to save the day, Gabby. Don't forget about us. What about all the rogue Pokemon? They've all been pacified. When the top-ranked trainers of the Royale join forces, we can accomplish anything. That goes without saying, all thanks to the superstar of Lumiose, Jacinth, and the rest of you, I suppose. Thanks, Corbo. Sure, fine, whatever you say at this point. Thank you all, seriously, especially you, Gabby. Urbane, are you alright? I'm fine, I'm totally fine. Now all that's left is for Mega Floette to take control of Angie and put all this to bed. And once we get it all cleaned up, I trust Quasartico's gonna throw us a nice celebration. I'll see that it happens. After all, it's thanks to the efforts of Team MZ that we managed to stop the tower. I imagine AZ must be smiling. Splendid! I believe the hotel will be the ideal venue for such a gathering when the time comes. Pass. I'm down for whatever, so as long as everyone has a good time. Zap you later. Bye, bestie! Just one last step, Floette. Do your thing! What was that sound? Good question. Wait, it can still move? What's Angie trying to do? Are you shitting me? There's a phase 2? It can't be. No way! If Angie fires Floette's Light of Ruin when it's all powered up like this, there won't be any Lumios left to rebuild. Something inside your satchel is shaking? Some kind of power is emanating from your pebble. What, the pebble S is plot relevant? Oh, that's why, because Zygar gave us the pebble. Grip the pebble tunneling. Oh, that's what the pebble is. Yeah, I suppose. The pebble transformed into a Zygartite stone. Take the Megastone! The fact that this is not when it's Mega Evolved. It's got a big-ass cannon. Well, it was nice knowing all of you. Core Enforcer, which turned into Nihilite. Oh, like Annihilate. Neutralize the beam! And everything turned into magical fireworks. Hey. And the child is sleeping. Fist bump. As ever, it's our choices today that shape our tomorrows. I'll forever be grateful to you, Team MZ, my dear friends. Alright, roll credits. We saved the city! Finally! Yeah, I'm assuming there's gonna be post-game, but yeah, up until this point, I've had an absolute blast with this sucker. Yeah, I like the fact, I mean, I thought the combat was fast-paced enough with Arceus, but it's even more fast-paced with this game, and it's like, I like how quick-timing it is, but you gotta be used to it, otherwise you're screwed. Plus, just exploring a city, and the chaos that the protagonist just goes through throughout this entire adventure, like, my gosh. Now time for the restoration efforts. Fist bump! Naveen, get your ass over here! No! Kanari's live streaming! Yeah! Must I do everything around here, like always? Where is this going? Human Ladder, the sequel! And Bestie! Oh, I suppose they had to pick up the stragglers. Well, at least they're doing their part. Off he goes again. Yes, it was literally the final boss. It was that and the credits, and that was it for the main event. I just didn't want to rush it at the end of last session, so I was like, I'll just come back to this tomorrow. And a new tower is born. And Zygarde's just hanging out. Okay, and that's the 20th Wild Zone. Okay, so yeah, there's at least a little bit of post-game then, because that one doesn't become available until after you beat the game. How much post-game there is, we'll find out. Lots of translations. Even his grave is imposing, because that's fitting for AZ in a way. It seems like he handled all the preparations for it by himself. He had me take his measurements, but he told me it was so I could make him some new clothes. Not so he could have his grave dug. Yeah, what the heck, man? Keep watching over Lumios, AZ. We'll make sure it becomes like you wanted. A city of harmony. Between us and Pokemon. I mean, the guy lived for 3,000 years. I feel like he deserves the rest that he wants. For 3,000 long years, he bid farewell to so many, and now we bid farewell to him. Let's go home. We need a good meal. Yeah, I'm starving. It'll be that curry again, I suppose. We got so much left to take care of, so many things to clean up and set right. Yeah, it's off screen, but it's like, yeah, I feel like he deserves to rest after all that. Thank you for everything, AZ. Floette's like, I can't die! No! You asshole! Fiend. Some days after the events with the tower, as calm begins to return to the city, your alarm is going off. We can never escape that darn alarm. The future of Lumio City. Head down to the first floor lobby. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's just like... someone in the afterlife in this universe is like, you asshole. Morning or afternoon, I guess. It's not been a restful few days for any of us, I imagine. Not after that awful battle with the tower and AZ passing away. Yeah, that awful tower won't quit hanging around in my nightmares. At least they've been able to clean things up. The reopening ceremony for Centrico Plaza should be wrapping up now, in fact. I'm glad the plaza's fixed, but now is really the time for having ceremonies. Now is exactly the time, I'd say. We gotta celebrate where we can, even if it feels hard. After 2 catastrophes in 5 years, Lumios needs all the happy occasions it can get. I guess you have a point. Anyway, did you figure out what you're gonna do? About your wish, the one you're getting for reaching rank A. You should have gotten a message about it when you signed up on the app. Anyone who attains the highest rank, rank A, will earn the right to call themselves one of Lumios' strongest trainers and be granted a wish, as long as it's in our power to fulfill. Does that ring a bell? I suppose your next step would be to talk to Vinny about what you desire. Well, you need to figure out what to ask for first, right? You saved the city. I bet they give you anything. Hey everyone, come here a sec. I found something when I was sorting through AZ's stuff. Is that a letter? Could it be his will? I think so. Here, I'll read it out. To Team MZ, my dear friends, if you're reading this letter, then it would seem my time has finally come to an end. I leave you these instructions and final wishes. First, do at the hotels you see fit. It's yours. If keeping it running would place a burden on your young lives, you may sell it. I only ask that you continue to look after Floette and all those who live in Lumio City. I have been blessed to see the people of the city grow closer to all their new Pokemon neighbors. It's as you young ones once said, a joining of X and Y axes that were never expected to meet. May you all bring a true revolution in the relationship between Pokemon and humankind. I've lived so very long and seen so many go before me. But thanks to you all, I know I will now go to meet my own ending with a smile on my face. I thank you from the bottom of this old heart. Signed, AZ. Hey, Z. We left him on the roof that day. The tower went berserk. He must have already been prepared for his end. Yeah, I think so. So what will we do about the hotel? I guess we don't need to worry about turning it into a thriving business. AZ did tell us he saw it more as his own final residence than anything. He did, yes, but keeping a building like this in good repair won't be cheap. Should we ask Vinny for help? I bet Quizartico would lend a hand. I wouldn't want to use a Royale wish on that. I don't think it's what we worked so hard for. Vinny, what's up? You were promised one wish to be granted if you reached rank A. It's time we took care of that. Please join us on the south side of Centrigo Plaza. Got it, see you there. I'll be waiting. You all heard that right? It's time to go meet Vinny. Guess you got until we reach the plaza to figure out what you want to ask for. I suspect everyone's quite curious to see what our 2 A-rank trainers will request. Yeah, probably, but no use getting nervous about it. Let's go to the plaza. My dear Team MZ. We simply had to find out what both of you A-rank trainers would wish for. The bottom line is this: I would love nothing more than the opportunity to battle all of you again. Then why not just ask us to battle us like trainers normally do? I'm so glad you asked! My dream is to help every resident of Lumios become the best trainer they can be. And my dream is to make the city of Lumios strong so we can get rid of wild zones. I never would have expected to share a dream with someone like you. Nevertheless, I certainly would not object if you felt inclined to ask on my behalf for a tournament that's open to every trainer in Lumios. As for the name, how about something like this? At that point, would you even call it a tournament? I'm not even gonna touch this conversation. Vinny's waiting, let's go! Okay, so yep, side quests definitely open up after that. 5, 6, 8, 9... Yeah, it's a 10 side quests open plus another wild zone. Okay, so from there you can catch a decent amount of Pokemon that you wouldn't have had access to before that. Lots of them, actually. So yeah, definitely a decent amount of post-game. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today, children. First off, I offer my most sincere apologies to Team MZ regarding the Prism Tower affair. It should have been up to Quizartico Inc. to resolve the situation, yet it fell to you to rescue Lumios' residents, human and Pokemon alike. We owe you a great debt. I mean, thank you, but I wouldn't go that far. And the Prism Tower thing is no one's fault. It's not like you could have just told the whole city something was up. It would have caused a panic. It's just such a shame that AZ's attempt to protect Lumios went so wrong. We managed to right it with the help of those tough trainers Gabby battled. Anyway, I think it would have tried to help out no matter what. We love Lumios after all. It does my heart good to hear you all feel that way. With that said, Vinny? Yes, ma'am. As you know, reaching rank A in the Royale earns you the right to have one wish granted, as long as it's within the capability of our company to grant it, of course. What about the person you've been searching for, Bane? You could have them help look. That's a personal thing, I guess. I can find them myself. A wish this big feels like it should go towards something that'd help everyone. I know we could combine your 2 wishes. I bet that would get something really cool. They're the ones with the wishes, you know. In that case, what do you say? I want us all to battle Pokemon together. I want us to live in harmony with Pokemon. I want more Pokemon to live in Lumios. I feel you, but that's Quizartico's whole mission. We can leave that up to them. We've already made Centrigo Plaza into new Wild Zone 20, allowing Pokemon to settle. I'm afraid adding even more into the city would be problematic. Seems like a promising way to make the city as joyful as possible. Jacinth and the others sure seemed hyped about it. I'm on board with more Pokemon battles for sure. How about we ask for the Royale to continue? I see, what an interesting turn of events. I'm wrong? No, rather AZ approached me to ask if the Royale could be continued even after its original purpose had been served. Perhaps he better than others understood the value of engaging in Pokemon battles after such a long life spent watching others. If you'll give me a moment. Attention Royale Operations Team. This is your green light to push the update for the app as discussed. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, oh, come on! Yeah, I imagine some people were probably in the city were so excited for them to stop, and they're like, oh, come on! As you'll see when you next check your app, you should be able to register to take part in the Infinite Royale. If you win the reward match, amazing prize will be yours to keep. After each match, your ticket points will be reset to 0. I'll inform the other Royale participants about the update and our plans for competition. Let's see, I suppose we might begin at once. We'll kick it off this very night. Man, you work fast, Vinny. So AZ wished for this to happen. I wonder if there's really things that only you can understand through Pokemon battles. We'll find on the Royale. Listen up, starting now, we're rivals. Seems a marvelous future awaits us all. As much as we work to improve the city itself, it's people and Pokemon that are truly matter the most. I hope the competition sparked by the Royale will continue breathing new life into Lumio City. No time to waste, let's get ready. The Infinite Royale awaits! Try your hand at the Infinite Royale. Okay, so then your rank is just the infinity symbol. But first, let's go explore this new wild zone. The Judge feature gives you an evaluation of your Pokemon stats so you can gauge their latent potential. Alright. we got a Charmander. Chikorita! 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 Alright, we got the Chikorita. This strong trash Pokemon. Alright, so all that's left is the Squirtle and the Lucario. Where the heck is the Lucario? There it is. I was gonna be like, where's Lucario? Darn it. Yeah, get in the box, Squirtle. Alright, then all we're missing is the Lucario, which we can come back for later. Yeah, like, to be fair, with how highly leveled some of these are, they just might evolve on their own. We got a Charizard! Time to evolve the Chikorita! Okay, we have 16 boxes now. Good. Alright, 50k points for that ticket. Not the rock, you idiot! Hey, you have a big-ass candle Pokemon! Just insta-kill that Gengar! Oh gosh, they can use healing items at this level! Alright, we're halfway there. Well, that works. This man really loves his dinosaur Pokemon. Alright, we've got enough points. Okay, good, they added more experience candies. That's nice. We're fighting Zackman again! If they call me Lazy Turtle, it's because the Z is ultimate, the end to all that comes before it. Well, I'm assuming now we can't, like, cheat and, like, go through most of the ranks. It's like, no, you're actually going Z to A, or you're actually, like, doing it all legit. You're not shortcutting any of this crap. My last Pokemon, this will be my Z, the final letter in my challenge against you. Oh, this guy's Pokemon are level 10? That's a ass whooping if I've ever seen one. At least Pokemon battles lend some appeal to trying over and over knowing you'll fail. It's like, why would they challenge, or have me challenge somebody who's level 10? That's so cruel. Congrats, you're now claimed victory in one reward match. Here's your reward. Whoa. Come back and try your hand at another reward match when you get another challenger's ticket. Thank goodness. Drop by whatever you're doing and hurry straight to the Hotel Z right now. Like, now. We meet again! I would speak to you about AZ, but words fail me. How does one speak fittingly of such a man? It's tragic that after seeing so many others to rest, he was alone when his time came. Still, I'm glad for the conversations he and I had, however scant. Excuse me, but what did you talk to him about? About the agony of being unable to die. About his deeds, both good and heinous. Even though it's for the sake of peace, did he build Angie? Do you consider that a bad deed? Not necessarily, though the havoc it wreaked on Lumios is undeniable. The exact causality is unclear, but we can surmise that Angie's influence resulted in more wild Pokemon gathering throughout Lumios, which led this city, built for humans, to become a place of harmony with these wild creatures. But now we have separated Pokemon and humans into different areas once more. I wonder, is it right that we keep each other at arm's length with these hollow tech barriers? Perhaps we'll find another way. I look forward to seeing what the people of the city choose. Right, so, of course, come and tell you something. I'll get to it. After you and I spoke in the labs, more of my memory returned, and I recalled the existence of two beings. The one that gives, and the one that takes. I wish I could tell you more. I'm sorry, for now all I can remember are these epitaphs. But I have more to tell you. Zygarde has not shown itself since that eventful day. I imagine it's exhausted its power and has retreated somewhere to quietly recover. You understand what that means, do you not? There's none but you on whom I can rely. That being the situation, I'll leave the rest up to you. Please, find the two that I speak of. What even was that? It's like the guy was trying to win a cryptic old man contest. He didn't even give you much to go on, did he? Perhaps you could learn more from the people with connections to Team Flare? Got anyone in mind? Mabel at the Pokemon Research Lab in Grisham at Nouveau Cafe, I suppose. There you go, we'll be cheering for you. Greedy little imbecile! Throwing even more budget at the wild zones now that they're hit with tourists. We can't handle that without more funding. This idiot mayor's going to be the death of me. Sure, things with Prism Tower have calmed down at last, but that doesn't mean there aren't other threats to Lumios. The signs are all there. Well, look who's here, the finest researcher in the entire Mabel system. If you must have something pretty annoying to ask me if you come all the way to my office, right? Well, he did mention something. Here we go again. Even after years on the straight and narrow, I still can't escape my past. Alright, I guess I can't avoid it forever, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what I know. There's a pair of legendary Pokemon in the Kalos region. The one that takes, known as Yveltal, and the one that gives, called Xerneas. I know quite a bit about the two since Team Flare tried its hand at capturing them both. Listen, I'm about to share something important, so I need you to pay attention here, kid. We've been getting some strange readings lately from the wild zones. If I had to post a theory, I'd say it's almost likely areas that have been bathed in Xerneas' life energy. In every wild zone we detected these weird readings, we've seen a certain kind of Pokemon appearing without fail. They're alpha Pokemon, but not the usual kind. Something's not right about them. These anomalous alphas have to be connected somehow to Xerneas, to the one that gives. And even if they aren't, I guess we still ought to take care of them. Alphas always smell danger. I'm sure you can tell where this is going, right? Your new research task is to catch or defeat the anomalous alphas in Wild Zones 3, 5, and 9. Now get to it. Toodaloo! I've got some new research tasks for you. Yeah, you don't say, Mabel. The only good thing you gotta offer is our location. Here for another nasty drink? Grissel, I wish you wouldn't be so quite candid in your sales pitch. Well, we saved the whole dang city with her. You think we still need to stand on ceremony? So what do you want today? The same old burn-up roast? Ah, you speak of the legendary Pokemon Yveltal and Xerneas. I never thought I'd hear those names again. Thanks for yet another reminder of all the ways we messed up back in our Team Flare days. If you're facing either of those two, we'll help out. I hate the aftertaste of failure. Indeed, but if you aim to take on a legendary Pokemon, I think it'd be wise to reach out to the good people of Wizardico first. Meet us at their building. Discussing it further without them won't get us anywhere, believe me. Here you are. We'd heard from Grisham that we should be expecting you. And I have an update of my own. Our teams recently detected some sort of flying object approaching the city. We've since determined this object is most likely Yveltal. Yveltal's a real nasty piece of work. It nearly took out a whole Team Flare unit on its own back when we tried to capture it to use for the ultimate weapon. And that's when it was in its dormant state, mind you. We did finally manage to contain it thanks to the efforts of the very best trainers that Team Flare had to offer, including our former admin, Malva. If our forces hadn't been so depleted by that foolish campaign, I doubt those children would have reached the ultimate weapon to stop it. This time, Quizartico will be stepping in to help so you don't end up similarly overwhelmed. You see, Team Flare is a device that they use to train some of their team members. It was a battle simulator that could fully recreate Pokemon using holotech, down to the details of how they moved and the effects of their attacks. Grisham and Grissel have been experienced for themselves, so we asked for their input, and built ourselves an improved version. Yeah, we had to train against such a device back then as Team Flare's future leaders. But the monstrosity Quizartico made is even worse than what Team Flare came up with, making it the perfect tool which to train for a great challenge such as this. I would ask that you battle once more against Victreebel, Hawlucha, and Tyranitar in their Rogue Mega Evolved states. The device is kept in the lower levels. We call it our Rogue Mega Evolution Simulator 3000. If you'll follow me, please. Okay, so those are the two major plot tasks at this point, is go catch those anomalous alphas and take out the simulated Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. That's a Steelix. Level 70 Steelix. Darn it. Oh, shoot. I was like, we only have a matter of seconds to pull this off before I have to redo the fight. Yeah, it's like, which one is it? I guess the one that's level 70. What a tease! And here's my little star researcher. See, tackling my tasks has trained you up to handle just about anything, wouldn't you say? Now then, looking at the data you collected, we're basically headed for disaster. Xerneas, the one that gives life, is beyond a doubt drawing closer to the city. We can probably infer the crisis with the tower triggered this behavior. The excess mega power from the tower caused rogue mega evolution, and if Xerneas shows up, something similar could happen again. I mean, it has command of basically an unlimited pool of life energy. There's only one way to make sure we avoid another disaster. Xerneas must be caught. It looks like it's on track to appear in Wild Zone 11. And once it appears, it'll be a problem for some outstanding trainer to deal with. By which I obviously mean you, not me. Alright, time to fight Xerneas. Looks like you made contact with our target. You're up against Xerneas, one of the legendary Pokemon of the Kalos region. We need you to catch that thing. Alright, we got Xerneas. You did it! And the victor go the spoils, meaning congrats, you got yourself a legendary Pokemon. Seriously, great work. We found Xerneas 5 years ago was basically dormant in a tree-like state. It was a lot easier to secure like that compared to what you just had to do. But even then you could feel the life force just rolling around its... I've been researching Pokemon's life energy for ages and I was still overwhelmed by that feeling. Seeing Xerneas again after all this time, it's quite something. But look at me, still stuck here, forbidden from traveling about freely or leaving the city. Then there was all that mess with energy leaking from the tower and powering up wild Pokemon. Then energy's probably even what caused all these wild Pokemon to flock to the city, wanting a taste. In short, things have been rough. But somehow we managed to prevent even more trouble from befalling the Pokemon here. Looking at it this way, it's nice to know that my work for Team Flare wasn't a total waste. And you still haven't finished all the research tasks I wanted for me to do either. So maybe you could take a breather today, but I'm still counting on you to get that work done. Never would have guessed it was a fairy type. Not at all. We can set up the battle against those evolution simulations. And I wish you the best of luck in your battle against it. This time we're fighting him solo. And they've been proportionally leveled up. One down, 2 to go. A resounding victory, and expected no less of you, of course. Superbly done, as was to be expected from one of our first ever Royale champions. You're truly impressive to have so soundly defeated 3 rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon on your own, even if they were simulations. I guess it was pretty impressive. Yes, what is it? Understood. So the flying object we believe to be Yveltal has finally reached the borders of the city. Please notify nearby residents. Civilians should be put on alert. I suppose you overheard all you needed to. Yveltal has arrived. It appears to be headed for the roof of the Rogue District's, Galerie de la Lune. Yveltal said to be, able to absorb life force. It represents death itself, meaning that simply defeating it in battle won't be enough. It'll just recover and fly into a rage. You have to catch and control it. Catch Yveltal! We detected Yvettal's life force. I suppose you must have found it. Yvettal's extremely dangerous. I trust you will take care. And you know you gotta catch it, right? It's a big job, but you ought to be up to it. Time to go catch the Grim Reaper of Pokemon! With the power of Big Ass Gator. Boosh! When did you get here? You never stop surprising me. To think you would be able to conquer even Yvettal. I'm kinda surprised myself. Perhaps it's true that wanting something too much clouds the vision, sending one down paths that lead only to defeat. What are you going on about now, Gris? Nothing at all. I was just thinking how wonderful it would be to have a serious battle against our friend here who has subdued Lumios's mightiest Pokemon. Seriously, if there's a point here, would you mind getting to it? My only point is my old fixation upon restoring our honor held me captive to the past, and now I'm focused wholly on becoming the greatest I can be. A better goal, I think. Yeah, I guess, nothing wrong with that, huh? I prefer the look you get on your face when you're focused in battle. You almost look good. I think I maintain a nice expression when I'm dealing with our customers. Speaking of which, are we ready for a nice coffee break? Alright, one piping hot cup full of props to you. I swear it's not just the dregs we couldn't sell today. Bringing us to an even 200. I see what you're doing there, Cinder. Don't think you can hide from me. Okay, so I'm assuming that quest is infinite. As far as I can tell, we pretty much completed the main plot at this point, so side quests. Yeah, and I'd say for sure this will go at least into one more session. Beyond that, we'll see. Do you know about Skarmory, the armor bird Pokemon? It sheds thin, sharp feathers that were once used to make swords. Today they're used for knives. I've been wanting to get my hands on one of the feathers so I can give it to a top-class chef who's near and dear to my heart. And a Royale trainer such as yourself seems like the perfect person to find one for me. Problem is, the Skarmory in Lumiose is found in Wild Zone 17, and that zone is bursting with ferocious Pokemon. That's why I'm outsourcing the whole search to a trainer of your talent. Thanks in advance! No, they don't. My gosh, these things are so elusive. Well, we found the feather at least. I get the feeling you might have found a feather by now, so I bolted past the piper to get up here. That's the feather, right? I can already tell it'll make an incredible kitchen knife. Why now? Please, you need to scare it off. Why in the world would the Skarmory attack us like that? Are you angry because this feather's important to you? Well, it is to me too, you know. There's a chef I want to give it to so he can make it into an amazing kitchen knife. The food he cooks brings real joy to good folks of Lumiose, and to Pokemon too. He's a very special chef, so please will you let me have this feather? You're okay with letting me have it? Thank you so much for your help. I'll tell the chef about you and your kindness. And once he starts cooking meals with his new knife, you're welcome to pay us a visit at Restaurant La Wow. Sure hope my feelings reach this Skarmory. Do you think it really understood me? I suppose so. Now that I made friends with a wild Pokemon, who knows what'll happen next? I'm just like, please let me catch a Skarmory. I've had like a dozen failed attempts so far. This is easily the most elusive Pokemon I've encountered so far. It's insane. Doesn't help, it's also super rare. It's like, only one shows up every so often. Like, I am, like, seriously, this is probably going to be what I use the Master Ball for, and I'm not even kidding. Like, this is easily the most elusive Pokemon I've encountered. I'm like, come on! You darn Skarmory. Yeah, all while dodging the Ring of Fire. Yeah, it's basically the equivalent of Zazu. It's just like, you're not killing Zazu! You asshole! Time to commence Operation How the Heck Did We Get to this side quest? All the way to the bird boiler, oh gosh. Womp womp. You know, healing Pokemon's a specialty of mine working at a Pokemon Center and all, so I decided to share my skills with my team. What I mean is I taught my Pokemon moves that can restore HP. Impressive, right? I wonder if a trainer like you could take on my self-healing team and win. Wow, we're actually fighting one of the nurses. That's funny. Tell me anytime if you think you'd like to have a Pokemon battle with me. You're on! She's like, I've been sitting here all game and I want to do something, darn it. If you unleash attacks that fast, of course my team can't recover HP in time. What an overwhelming offense and such menacing tenacity! Of course you can't win by focus only on recovery. I made sure to keep that in mind when selecting my team's moves, yet here we are. I got no choice but to admit how strong you are, and how weak I am still. But I'm a Pokemon Center worker. My true skills lie in healing Pokemon. So if you don't mind, I'll fix up my Pokemon's injuries right away. I'll have to admit it's a funny feeling to heal my own team like I do the teams of other trainers. Heliodisc and the rest of the team should be all better now. And of course, I'll be happy to heal your team anytime you stop by. We're gonna go for a Tyrantrum. It's called the Despot Pokemon. You can't beat it. That's what you say, but I think Oros is pretty strong too. Hey, you're a trainer, right? Maybe you can help us. Which do you prefer? Hey, leave strangers out of it. We know what we're going. We're getting a Jaw Fossil. Besides, I'm the one who gets to decide what Pokemon we're adding to the team. I don't care what my little sister says. You're so mean. Please, can you show my brother how strong Aurorus could be? I bet he'll change his mind if you defeat his Pokemon with nothing but that. I know how you can get one. Just get a hold of a Sail Fossil and restore it into an Amarua. After that, you can evolve it into Aurorus by leveling it up. Come let us know when you're ready to take on my brother with nothing but that Pokemon. I don't care what kind of trainer you are and how strong it is, my Pokemon is stronger! Yeah, so like this is definitely possible now. It's gonna come down to endurance. Yeah, it just unfortunately doesn't pack enough punch. Ivor Sensei isn't here at the dojo if you're looking for him, but since you're here and all, I request a battle! Sensei might not be around to teach me, but I can use you to get a new perspective on my skills. Let me know as soon as you're ready for our bouts. Yeah, I think I just unfortunately have to level that Pokemon up. It's not... It's really difficult doing it 15 levels below the enemy. So that will be a to be continued, and I will revisit that quest once I'm done with all the other side quests. Alright, so I'll wrap it up there today, and then we'll continue that next week. For sure, it'll be at least one more session, since it looks like we've got that many side quests. And then I'll kind of see where we're at that point. Let's go find a raid target. What is Josh doing in Steven's attic? We need to go save him. Alright, cool. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Take care. Save Josh Jepson!